I'm joining you now, LD. It's okay.
Jesus. What a mess. Alright, here we go. Welcome back, guys. We play Dota 2 League action continues right now. The loser of this upcoming match, Alliance versus RoX.KiS, is knocked out of the tournament, which I don't expect Alliance to get knocked out here, guys, but the fact that it's even possible is, frankly, kind of shocking.
That's what I like about this GSL-style group stage in the playoffs, that you lose. Every match is really important. Sure, you're not knocked out after one loss, but you get put in a scenario where one more loss and you're out. So Alliance losing to Speed Gaming yesterday, 2-0 in fact, and now they've got two must-win best, well, one must-win best of 3, and then a potentially must-win best of 5 rematch against Speed Gaming. So that's exciting.
That is like a sneak peek at TI4, or at least the viewers hope it is.
TI4 Grand Finals.
Road
Alliance
to TI4.
versus
It starts here. It starts with WePlay Dota 2. So it was RoX.KiS with first pick. They went for a Wisp. Alliance went with the Naga Prophet, so they get the Bulldog Prophet. He doesn't get his own Druid, and I know he wants to play that, but that was banned in the first phase. And I think more importantly, they get the EGM Naga. So looking good for them. RoX.KiS CK, they'll reply, so they have CK Wisp, then they go Bounty Hunter. Very gank-heavy lineup. Very single target heavy as well. And then Alliance. Gyro for Loda, Crystal Maiden for Ake. Looking like a very typical Alliance draft.
Yeah, they're happy to give away the Wisp here, and even a Wisp CK because they get the Naga Siren Prophet. Not to mention, the carry hero of choice for them, Gyrocopter, is a hero that matches up really well against Wisp CK. As soon as you see that relocating, you just drop a cooldown preemptively, and Wisp gets blown up by that if he's hit twice. And often, Gyrocopter, maybe even if he doesn't survive, he'll get a kill on the Wisp or something in return. So it's actually a really good carry hero to have against Wisp. So is Naga Siren as a support. You just song and kind of use it to counter initiate. So.
Or you just Riptide and right-click.
Yeah.
And Wisp melts with her 0 base armor.
Yeah. So I think in general, Alliance are perfectly happy versing the Wisp here. It's just going to come down to not letting RoX.KiS snowball out of control in the early game laning stage.
Yeah, as for Alliance, they banned out... Oh, wow. RoX.KiS goes for a Magnus. He was the go-to mid for a lot of teams. Then Skewer got nerfed. Actually, he was playing a lot of off-lane. Skewer got nerfed. It was half the range. Then we saw RP get a big damage nerf, and then ever since then, Magnus has kind of fallen off. Yeah,
he has fallen off. It looks like we will be seeing a return of solo Mag. RoX.KiS used to run this here a lot. Back in the Tier 3 Western qualifiers, it was Magnus almost every game for them. It was always like your Magnus Lifestealer or your Magnus Gyrocopter, whatever it may be. They'll pull it back here. It does kind of reveal the fact they'll be running the Wisp CK in a safe lane, which means Alliance don't have to worry about a dual lane mid for S4. Which I think for Alliance, this mag pick kind of works in their favor, because now they know S4 has a good matchup in mid lane. Previously, before this mag pickup, I think RoX.KiS would have done better by picking up a support, because then Alliance, with their last pick, would have had to be very careful, worrying about, well, a mismatch against a dual lane with CK. So now they've kind of revealed, okay, it's mag mid with CK safe lane. It's pretty easy for Alliance to deal with that.
Yeah, they might have been worried about the dual lane mid, especially on the Radiant side, which, well, it's not the case here. So, with that being said, for Alliance, they'll go into this Puck pick. Oh boy. This is such a good matchup for Puck. Puck versus Mag. Very easy lane for S4. And finally, he gets to play like one of his true comfort heroes. I feel like for him, it used to be Magnus as the comfort hero. And as of late, it's been Puck in particular. It's really been his go-to. I'm trying to think. We've seen occasionally he'll play like an OD or a Dragon Knight, but more than anything, it's been a Puck for him. That it's just been his bread and butter, and he gets it again here.
Yeah, I think this is
like your completely prototypical Alliance draft.
Oh yeah, you've got your Ake Crystal Maiden, you've got your EGM Nagas, and everyone is on a signature hero. I think Loda the only one who doesn't even really have a signature hero, because he's probably the most versatile with his hero pool. And RoX.KiS, last pick, Ancient Apparition.
This is a sniper lineup now.
Okay.
You've got just a great pickoff lineup here.
Yeah.
AA ult, relocate ganks, track, and just decent ranged nukes in general. But bit single target heavy.
Yeah.
They're very reliant on the RP to take team fights.
A bit lacking in carries even.
Yeah, and I think that's just RoX.KiS a very cute lineup, but I feel like Alliance just a much more stable draft. More ways to farm, better lanes overall for the most part. A lot of it will come down to the Bounty Hunter play. Can he be effective early on? And can I get audio here? Let's try unplugging my headphones for the speakers. Fantastic. All right, we're in business. And on the Radiant side, we'll introduce the teams now. RoX.KiS, best of 3, fresh start for them. Yesterday, they jumped out to a quick 1-0 lead against Empire, but then they flushed it down the toilet. They ended up getting rolled 2-1 in the end. There was some crazy blood being spilled there, but I don't think we'll see that out of Alliance. They're a much more systematic team. So Doi on the Bounty Hunter, Nexus going to be playing your Chaos Knight solo. On the solo mid, Magnus, Yol going to be handling the EO, and then BZZ is perfect. Will be playing your support Ancient Apparition.
Well, for Alliance, they are going for an offensive Trallin, it looks like. We're going to have Aki playing Crystal Main, EGM Nagasaran, and Loda on the Gyrocopter. They're laying down some bait here, hoping for someone to poke their head out.
Oh, this is all that strat we saw from Orange a lot back in the few months back, where even like 5 or 6 months ago, they just hide in the trees, hope somebody wraps around, tries to D-ward, or even just clear out the trees for the double pulls, but no such luck, and in fact, they're
being pinged. It looks like they've spotted
there's a
a
Radiant
line,
Ward here now. So.
Alright, well, the rest of the Alliance team, S4 going to be playing his solo mid puck, and then Bulldog, safe lane Nature's Prophet. He's getting a 1v1 matchup against the Bounty Hunter, which for Nature's Prophet, he'll be quite fine with it. Probably happier than going to that offlane against a very scary tri lane.
Yeah, there's no poor man shield on Sadoy. He hasn't been pulled at all here, so it's still an okay matchup for Bounty Hunter. He'll get level 6, but he's not going to dominate the way that he maybe could otherwise. And Bulldog's very accustomed to this matchup, so they'll spot out Yol. And I think you look at this tri-lane right now for Alliance, their tri-lane is just fearsome, to put it mildly.
Oh, nicely placed Sentry Ward. Actually spots out the Alliance. Alliance were thinking, hey, we're going to get this ward and it won't get de-warded. They don't worry about blocking the pull because teams always know where to put the sentries to de-ward the pull. But this sentry gets what was going to be like just a nice little forest vision that Alliance wanted to have there.
Yeah, very important for contesting the pull, having that ward. And without it, they're just walking in blind around the corner. So it'll be and their tri-lane is very good at contesting the pull. Between Riptide, Nova, as well as just flat cannon and general nuke damage from Gyro, it's... Wow. By the way, Solo almost just died mid.
I was watching it and I thought maybe he even jaunts into that one, but he decided not to jaunt, just go for some more right-click harass. Both heroes forced to use their salve early on, but Solo already out of mana and already used up all his regen, but his bottle's up, so he should be just fine. This is like your old school, just mag bottle crows for days. Even in matches where he has a disadvantage, he still manages to get farm.
Gotta farm the bottle first. Actually, it is already coming on the courier, but he will need an orb to the face. And S4, sure, Solo will bottle crow, but he's definitely gonna have the edge in this matchup.
Yeah.
As for our top lane, no orb of venom out yet on Sadoy. Normally something you see quite early in a bounty hunter solo versus solo lane, but not going for it yet. Probably wants the boots first at this point, it looks like. Will he go for the ooh? Yeah, okay, there you go. So, nicely done.
Wants to get very aggressive with the harass.
Bottom lane, they're looking for Ake. Pulled back in. This could be your first blood. It will. Ake was really out there in no man's land. Yeah. They just have no way to bail a Crystal Maiden out if he gets into trouble.
There was this one range creep which actually pushed further up because EGM and Loda were backing because they were like, okay, this range creep is pushing out, we got to back off. Meanwhile, Aki's like, oh, let's just stay where the rest of the creeps are. So he was kind of just off in no man's land.
There.
But RoX.KiS getting first blood is exactly what they want against this offensive.
Well, because they're losing both solo lanes heavily. Bulldog's 11-5, S4 is 9-5. They need to be getting kills in this tri-lane.
Yeah, and I think Alliance will be okay looking at the giving up a first blood. It's obviously not what they were hoping for out of the offensive tri-lane, but they weren't really thinking, hey, we're going to get a lot of kills and win this offensive tri-lane. It's probably a lane which they look at and say, hey, we break even. They've got the pull, which Alliance didn't even try and block, so Alliance already knew they weren't going to dominate this offensive tri-lane.
Yeah, ultimately, it's we don't lose the lane too bad, and then because we have a puck that's going to win versus a mag mid, and we have a Prophet that will get a quick level 6, even if we're behind, we just get one good gank off, maybe a rune for the puck and a TP for Bulldog with his ultimate, and suddenly the tri-lane gets wiped, we take the tower, and it's like that laning phase never happened in the bottom lane.
Sadoy getting a lot of harass on Bulldog here. Bulldog being forced back, slowed by the Orb of Venom. We'll have to see if Bulldog needs to TP out of this one. Just a level 3 bounty hunter, though.
Look at that Uv, it really adds up. 259 move speed.
He's got the salve, though, so he's going to salve up and, immediately cancel.
Sadoy's playing this really nicely. Like, he's losing the lane, but...
That was greedy by Bulldog, trying to salve in front of Sadoy.
Yeah, and Sadoy is taking advantage. They do even force Loda to TP in. They abandon the tri-lane. They're not happy with what they're getting. Yeah,
Bulldog definitely cannot go bottom, but I imagine what we see is Bulldog go into the jungle now. Sadoy, though, going to scatter him out exactly. Bulldog's going to have to instantly TP, it looks like.
He's got Farouk in level 2. This could be a kill. He's going to toss it now. Bulldog gets killed off for the off-lane bounty.
That was so smart from Sadoy. As soon as he sees Loda TP in, he knows that Bulldog's going to go into the jungle. So he meets him, cuts him off at this nice little point here where Bulldog's away from his tower and has no time to TP out. So really smart play from Sadoy.
Perfect item build, good movement from Sadoy. He has been impressive so far this game. You look at the other lanes, Solo 12-2 against a 20-8 puck.
Oh, honestly, they get the kill top though.
Oh, sorry, missed that, but Sadoy gets picked off.
Came in with a dust, yeah. That was Bulldog respawning, buys a dust, and then TPs to the lane to get a kill. He wanted some revenge on Sadoy.
That was a rage TP. Got the kill, and it was a smart play, but there's a little rage there.
Well,
just a small amount.
Pretty cost effective. He immediately goes. He summoned his treants as soon as he landed, so he still had that fountain regen. So he's jungling here with almost full mana.
Yeah, he'll be here. He'll be able to get like 3 waves of treants out, maybe 4. Probably 4 before having to go back with the Basilius regen.
Bounty Hunter comes in immediately to scout out what Bulldog's up to, and Executing contest this pull a little bit.
Yeah, so Doi looking for an opening. He is already level 5, but not finding too much yet. Would love to see him rotate towards mid and look to pick off S4, but we'll have to see if he finds an opening. Instead, he just goes straight on Bulldog. Ake's here, but Ake doesn't have the dust right now. Goes back under cover of Shadow Walk and retreats out.
Bulldog's got the Bulldog's on with the dust. It's on cooldown for 5 more seconds, but if Bounty Hunter comes again, I imagine with Ake's help, they go for this kill.
Well, he's just going to look to block some pulse here, I imagine. Well, what's he going to... No, maybe going for Ake. He could actually kill him, I think. He's got the level 2
Needs to
Shuriken.
be careful. Immediate Frostbite. Bulldog is...
One more hit and then Shuriken. Yeah, Ake's just dead. Tries to juke, but ain't gonna happen.
There's Sprout on the tower. I think... Oh,
Doi just misses.
He should go down anyways. 5 seconds without a Shadow Walk.
He's got a salve here. I think he's gonna live. He can salve and then just go and fizz.
There's dust. Bulldog has the dust.
It's too late, though. He's already healing up. I don't think he's gonna drop. He actually TP'd the wrong way. Oh, just barely clipping him. He almost missed him with the dust there. He TP'd so far ahead.
Okay.
That was close. That could have been a disaster.
Yeah, they barely get that kill. It was definitely close there. Bulldog coming in with the dust. Gets himself... Actually, it's the Naga Siren. Oh, sorry, Nature's Prophet did get the last hit today. He's going to try to farm this big camp now, but it's an okay-ish start for Alliance. This is... I mean, they're not a team who's going to be too phased about giving RoX.KiS these kills. They've got to worry about the Wisp relocates soon, but they've got S4 doing fantastic mid lane. 33 last hits, 13 denies. The Mag with just 22 last hits, 3 denies himself.
I feel like it's been a while since we've seen S4 have a good start to a game.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't always say it's his fault. Sometimes it's just the way they're drafting, or that he's drafting. The matchup just aren't good for him. But S4, for once, is getting to play a comfort hero and dominate the lane. And when S4 is having success and not being punished, I feel like Alliance just fires on all cylinders. And what we've seen from Alliance when they struggled against Kaipi was he just got ganged up on mid. They were constantly smoke ganking, sending in supports early. That's really how Speed Gaming loves to play, is send your 1 or 2 supports, get Sing Sing a powerful start. Whereas with RoX.KiS, they are not giving any help to Solo. He's doing fine, but he is not going to beat the puck 1v1.
No. Even getting some help from the Crystal Maiden. They're going here on Solo here.
A long way to dive, though, and in comes your Ancient Apparition, unsuccessful. Now the DD gets popped, could turn around, but the Prophet ult, Solo was not banking on it. Bottles up, jukes inside the trees, and S4, he's barely going to live.
Yeah, both Mag and Puck having the bottle charges they needed to get away and survive that one, but RoX.KiS, Mag forced home, as is the Ancient Apparition. Mag not using his ultimate, though, so a Dream Core was used, and that's it.
Now there's track. S4, if he tries to go base, or if Ake does, oh, there's your salve.
Yeah.
They know that Sadoi is on the prowl.
Yeah, so S4 should be fine here. The question is, will Aki? And for the time being, Aki is going to avoid the Bounty Hunter, runs to his own jungle. Bounty Hunter could have been there waiting and gotten a kill, but he'd already left that spot.
Those map hacks from Ake.
Yeah. It's one of those things where, like, CM, like, you've just got to... I mean, he has to leave the lane some direction. If he goes back through the lane, maybe Bounty Hunter's between the 2 towers. If he goes through the jungle, maybe Bounty Hunter's there. He's got to just take some kind of a risk.
Yeah, in this case, gets pretty lucky. Will end up living, and ultimately, they are getting a lot of farm on their Chaos Knight. Wisp is almost level 6, and this is a fast level 6 for a jungle Wisp.
Yes.
Like, not the fastest possible by any means, but considering that they haven't been getting any kills really to speak of, this is a bit concerning for Alliance. Is there a Assault up on EGM? Not even close. Only 4. There will be opportunities to go for some relocate ganks, and they're probably coming soon.
Yep. Well, yeah, very close to that level 6 for Yol. He's actually stacking this neutral camp as well, so that can help out. Well, I guess the Mag and CK with the once Empower comes into play. Maybe he just kills it with the Wisp Balls, the Spirits as well.
And you did point out that there's a bit of a lack of late game on RoX.KiS, but we have forgotten, I think, about Empower, which can allow your Chaos Knight just to farm faster and scale better than the late game. I don't think the cleave matters that much in fights, but just having that accelerated farm can keep him in the game a lot longer and even allow him to potentially out-Kyrie a Gyrocopter for some stage of the game for like the first 20-30 minutes. So now they push the bottom tower. Sadoi as well as Nex is going to work, but Loda's in position. Ake joins the fray. They do have a Prophet teleport and ultimate available. And they'll back off. It's all about level 6 now for Yol, and with these creeps about to die...
He's killing a triple stack of big neutrals here. The Wisp is a fantastic hero that can do this. Yeah.
Well, if he doesn't die to them, and
they'll blow up in a second.
Close.
There we go.
There you go.
Once they expire and blow up, they do a lot of damage there. Get some easy farming experience. Even shares it with the Ancient Apparition, so AA as well as level 5, so...
Yeah, all these supports are way ahead. Level 6 on the Wisp, almost level 6 on the Ancient Apparition. The Naga for EGM, still a full half level to go to hit 6, and Loda, or sorry, Ake, obviously very poor.
They gave EGM the top lane to get some levels. It's actually Loda rotating. He's already going for Ancients this early into the game. Interesting to see.
It just takes so long, though. When you do this as Gyro with the new flat cannon with the 30-second cooldown, when all you have is Phase Boots and Basilius, like, sure, he'll get them, and they are getting important levels on the Naga, but this is not fast and efficient Ancient jungling. It is quite slow.
And I guess he doesn't want to be showing himself on the map, afraid of those Wisp CK or ulti ganks now, knowing that the Wisp is level 6. But Wisp, for the time being, is still at base, not actually in a lane. This Wisp also, not just levels, has farm, has already earned boots. And, I mean, that's all, at 9.5 minutes into the game, that's a lot of farm for a Wisp.
Yeah, it really is. Has been unmolested in this bottom lane. Really nobody contesting there.
Yeah. Aki only just picking up his boots as a Crystal Maiden, so it really goes to show how much better RoX.KiS are doing with their jungling supports.
And I think the key is, can Solo just get a Blink Dagger in a reasonable time frame?
Yeah.
Because he had a tough late and mid. He CS'd quite well and kept up with the puck. And to be honest, the denies are not that relevant for Magnus. He is a melee hero. Doesn't really get affected by it. And if he manages to pull out a blink around like the 14-minute mark, even sooner than that potentially, then I feel like RoX.KiS just start taking some really aggressive fights.
Yeah, they've got the Wisp CK tethered up, maybe looking for a relocate gank. Naga Siren has sleep. Puck is just someone you can't really relocate on, so I guess they're going to be looking either for the junglers or possibly someone at this bottom lane. So far, there's no one really showing on the map who they can actually kill with the relocate gank.
Yeah, the Prophet is the best hero to kill, because he's not only easy to kill, but he's important to keep down. But Bulldog, as you mentioned, is not visible on this map whatsoever.
Oh, they're relocating
they're going in on EGM. He gets skewered, then RP'd. Can't get off the song. One cleave and he's dead. That was a very well executed game.
Yeah, I like they used the RP there. The Dream Coil coming in. Alliance want to get some counter ganks here. Wisp needs to be killed. 3 seconds left before he's out of here, and it looks like they're not going to kill the Wisp in time. CK and Wisp both escape.
Solo, he's in trouble though. He doesn't have the skewer. He gets sprouted up. The Treants, they need a body block. They're getting it. They're getting it, but is it enough? I'm not sure. An orb coming over the top. Chaos Knight went back to bottom, killed off Crystal Maiden on the return relocate. Now, Ancient Apparition ult flying through. It's not going to be enough. Loda ends up getting the kill.
He went for a shockwave instead of a skewer, didn't have mana for the skewer, did end up getting silenced, so maybe he would have died anyways, but the skewer had just come off cooldown. Alliance get a kill, they also going to get a T1 tower, and that's much needed, because while that was going on, I think they lost Crystal Maiden at bottom lane to the Wisp CK.
They came right back bottom, they got the kill, and I'm pretty sure it was a track kill.
Yeah, Bounty Hunter's there, so you can only imagine Sodoi got the track on that one.
What an action-packed game. 5-3, but there's just been so much more movement than what that score really shows. RoX.KiS, to me, this is a little bit more of a RoX.KiS tempo, but the one big concern is they did lose their mag there. Doesn't have the Blink Dagger yet. Pretty much would have it by now if he didn't die. And S4, really fast start for him, and an even faster Blink Dagger. 12-minute Blink, Magic Wand, Bottle, and Treads. That is... you really can't go faster as a Puck.
Yeah, he's done fantastic. I like his rotations as well around the map, coming up top to try and help the Naga Siren. If Naga Siren just managed to get the song off there before getting RP'd, suddenly that's going to be a Puck, Waning Rift plus Dream Coil, turning that 3-man gank around. Yeah,
it was close, but they wisely threw everything. Immediate skewer into RP, didn't even hesitate for a half second, and secured the crucial kill. Yep. So
speaking of Mag, going to have his Blink Dagger. So he's got Arcane Blinks, very similar time to the Treads plus Blink Dagger of the Puck, so... As far as I'm concerned, Mag's done just as well as Puck has this game. Those two heroes kind of just trading farm at mid lane.
Yeah, he's done as well in that respect. I mean, S4, I think he did better in the lane, but it's just you're denying against a melee hero, so it doesn't matter as much. Like, S4 definitely outplayed him in the lane, but you're supposed to in that matchup. So now it just comes down to who has the better movement and execution in the mid game here. Who's going to do more with their Blink Dagger? That's the big question. Sodoi looking to rotate in mid. They've gone in on S4, and with the tether, they should be able to set up the kill. Ancient Apparition ult. You can't run from that. Now the call down, the turnaround comes, but Solo's there with the 3-hill RP skewer. Pile drive special, 3 down. That's going to be 4. Alliance is getting steamrolled. 9-4, but it is a whole lot worse than that.
That was one of the best coordinated team fights I've just ever seen. That was so impressive from RoX.KiS. The Ancient Apparition ultimate killing the Puck before he could cast a spell, and then Sleep was used to set up the team fight for RoX.KiS more than it was for Alliance.
Solo just ruined them with that RP. He RP'd Skewer Shockwave 3. You don't see that very often, especially not against Naga and Puck, but
I've
killing
missed
off
Magnus,
S4 to start that fight.
I want to see more Magnus, and RoX.KiS showing how the hero should be used.
Well, do you want to see him in the hands of like LGD China, where they're just taking it to 60 minutes for one RP?
I love those games. I miss those games, LD.
Okay, I don't know if the viewers agree with you. I miss them as well, but I think we might be alone in that.
My Yao Mags? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. LGD trying to lose all the lanes, win the game because Yao hits one amazing RP.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's what Dota's about. Being behind, it's not about that gold graph.
Yeah, Dota's about getting outplayed in 99% of situations, but winning the 1% that matters, and then winning the game anyway.
Well, as it is, Alliance, that's a big lost team fight for them against the Mag Ultimate. They're going to have to look to, I guess, just sit back and try and farm their next couple of items. The Shadow Blade for Bulldog, the BKB for Loda. That fight is a big wake-up call that RoX.KiS can take them by surprise. And I guess the big thing is there, if Puck doesn't get sniped by the Ancient Apparition Ultimate...
he turns the fight.
Even on 200, 300 HP, Puck can still stay around, drop a Waning Rift, Orb out, drop a Dream Call even, and that fight goes completely differently.
Well, and the key thing is that you have a Wisp, because as soon as you Reality Rift, there's no phase shift dodging that. You just get instantly Tether Stun and focus from full to nothing. And he was actually going to live with the Psalm, but now they will catch out Yol. No Tether available, gets blown up. They do assassinate the Wisp. No buyback.
CK's TPing out. He does not want to have anything to do with this bottom lane.
They're just going to push the mid lane instead.
Bulldog can TP bottom as well. He's been tracked up in the jungle by the Bounty Hunter, but he wants to get bottom to help for this push. He definitely can do so. It looks like Alliance should be able to get this T1 tower.
Here comes S4. He's got his Blink Coil, but Sadoy is here. Going to go for the auto attack soon. The track is going to come out now, S4. Well, if he goes in, they must be really feeling confident. He says, screw it. Oh, okay.
Lost his regen rune there. Actually, the Orb of Venom, the Oov, getting rid of it, so that's annoying for him. He hasn't quite got the mana he needs for his full combo.
Yeah, he can switch to Insurance. He has the combo, but it's more just, I don't know. He can't go in a sustained fight, and he's also just sitting here by himself. And now, oh, they were looking for the Reality Rift, and they get him right there. And S4, just no chance.
Yeah.
I think just not respecting the power of CK Wisp here.
Yeah, he can react fast and get that phase shift on the first Reality, but what do you do when you come out? He hasn't... I guess he could have blinked away, which is what he should have done there. He had the blink out, but he just, like you say, he didn't respect the power of it. Yeah, and I think it's also only a level 1 phase shift, so it's very little time to react and use the blink after. Yeah. Well, Alliance give away another kill. RoX.KiS is still storming forward. They want to go here. The Ancient Apparition, but not going to find anyone. Blows up some of the creep wave, and it looks like Aki Invis here in the middle of the RoX.KiS team. I don't think he wants to engage, at least not until Puck respawns.
I don't know. Aki looking for the big plays. Maybe.
Maybe with Puck. 3 seconds. Puck is coming back very soon.
There's a Nagasan as well, EGM. He's trying to head out and find somebody to smack, but this Naga's a bit too slow. Bulldog's actually gone for a mech on his Nature's Prophet, not the Shadow Blade. So Alliance get themselves a 17-minute mech, which will help them with these fights. And I guess they decide he really needs to go for a more defensive build. Well, you're up against CK Wisp. I don't know if split pushing is really it's not really the best game for it. Sadoy, though, getting caught out mid. He'll simply run away. Should be okay. Now Solo, he jumps in. Another 3-hero RP. Alliance to line him up and knock him down. It's like bowling for RoX.KiS. Give him 4. And a tower denied. I don't think they can let that happen anymore, guys. That was 2 massive RPs. Yeah, I mean, we talked about like a team like LG China who win the game off 1 RP. Well, when you give RoX.KiS 2 massive RPs like that, you're really getting close to just losing the game flat out. They cannot afford to lose one more fight like that, or Alliance are just going to see themselves suddenly like 10k plus gold behind and getting completely dominated out farmed. Already as it is, Nexus has a BKB on the Chaos Knight. Mag's building towards his BKB. Bounty Hunter getting a decent amount of farm. He's going for a BKB. There's going to be triple BKBs on this team, and that's exactly what you need, because right now, Alliance, it's all about the early game Puck play, the Puck setup, and then the Gyrocopter ultimate. All of that damage and the silence from Waning Rift negated by these BKBs. What's going on with Alliance this game? It seems like maybe they've just forgotten how to play against Magnus, because frankly, who's been playing him lately? Yeah. Just not. Oh, there's the Ancient Apparition. Oh, it's going to even hit 2. In comes the Chaos Knight. Stun to fly as well. Loda, no BKB. We're not seeing a Phantasm yet, but Loda drops low. Now the song comes in. Loda, is he going to pop? I don't think so. Should be okay. Now the turnaround with the call down. They still could look to engage. S4 blinks in, but he didn't get off the silence on Nexus, nor did he get one off on Yol. And now it's once again a blink in from Solo, but a beautiful phase shift. Dodges the skewer back. Still they find Bulldog, and still they bring him down. An Ancient Apparition for a Prophet. Still a trade that RoX.KiS wants to take.
Yeah, so when you're getting like 1 kill a minute, RoX.KiS, and a lot of those, they steal the Ancients, and so many of these kills are track kills as well, that RoX.KiS are just getting themselves a bigger and bigger lead. Alliance just getting nothing out of these trades.
Yeah, even though if you look at Alliance's lineup, on paper, they go really late. Any lineup that has a Prophet, a Puck, and a Gyro, and a strong late game support like a Naga is very fearsome. But in practice, they went for utility items on their Prophet, such as the mech, the Gyrocopter rush to BKB, not a Helm of the Dominator, nor a Midas, which we saw earlier today, by the way, from Silent. Worked quite well. I'll hold that thought. They'll go in mid on the solo. But S4, unable to get much accomplished here. They do net Sadoy. Sadoy in trouble. I think he's just going to melt here. H.F. Original comes in. A 2-hero RP skewer special again from Solo. EGM, he'll try and use his split to get out of it, but he'll still drop down to the H.F. Original.
No,
he'll go down.
Almost ran away for long enough. I think the Gyrocopter is slightly faster than now.
Sadoy, he bought back for this. He comes right back into the fight. Bulldog is most likely dead. Yes, certainly dead with a BKB CK here. You can't run from track. That's yet another track kill, and still the graph continues to climb stubbornly in favor of RoX.KiS.
Yeah, Bounty Hunter, a great hero to buy back on, because you get one track kill, and at this stage of the game, pays for that buyback. Just needed 550 gold. And
not to mention lines your teammates' pockets, who Nexus now up to 2,600 gold.
Yeah, a kill is worth like something like 800 to 1,000 gold for a Bounty Hunter track kill. So
well, it's only level 1, but yeah, when you get to level 2, then it's really fearsome. And level 3 track, I mean, forget about it.
Yeah,
you can give your teammates up to 600 gold plus your own track bonus, which is another 250. That's 850 plus the kill. Yeah, at that point, it's 1,000 plus, easily.
Yeah. Well, he's going to find S4 here in the jungle. Ancient Apparition, but not landing. If that hits, maybe it's a kill.
I think he can get S4 anyway here. S4 orbiting away. In comes the Shuriken toss, and no, he'll be okay.
Is he going to chase
No, he won't. Yol is here.
Oh, wow.
Relocated in. Didn't even hear the ult, but there you go.
Nicely played, getting another track kill, and Wisp getting the golden experience as well as the track money for it. So RoX.KiS are just walking all over Alliance, and they haven't even started taking out many towers. They've only taken 2 tier 1s here. They haven't got a pushing lamp, but when you're this far ahead, towers just come easily. Armlet up on Nexus as well. This CK is so scary, and this is without the Empower. The Empower actually is really nice on Chaos Knight as well, giving him a ton of extra damage and cleave.
Yeah, especially with Armlet. All that additional strength is improved by the Empower. So a great build to complement having a Magnus on your team. And RoX.KiS take it tier 1. They may give up a Roche for this, but I don't know that an Aegis really does much for Alliance in this stage of the game. No. Gyro with BKB, you're either using the BKB before or after the Aegis, but you only get the Aegis once. And I don't think your flat cannon's going to cool down during that time. He doesn't have big damage items. To me, it's nice that Alliance go for the Aegis, and obviously you want to do it, but even if they get it, to me this is not a game changer. Not this one.
It's kind of like just getting a tower right now. It's just a bit of gold. The Aegis is a nice little item to have when Lotus got plenty of slots for it, but it's not going to win them a team fight having an Aegis on their team, I don't think.
I love this pickup from Solo. It's very common on Magnus, but crucial this game. You're up against the Puck, you need the BKB, and he's going to get it now. Well, very soon, rather.
Yeah, the triple BKB for RoX.KiS is coming very soon. Sadoy just needs the recipe as well. It looks like he's up to 1,600 gold, so just missing about that last 1,300 gold. And then suddenly RoX.KiS with triple BKB Alliance, I don't think, have the ability to really win a team fight. They're going to be playing a heavy farming game, but you can't really rat Dota properly against a Wisp because they're going to be catching you out all over the map. Ancient Apparition Ultimate also fantastic for it.
And especially with Bulldog, I mean, Prophet in particular is just really bad at split pushing against CK Wisp.
Yeah, I like
he's not very mobile.
I like how they deward the Ancients here.
They've gone in now. They found Bulldog in his own jungle. Not even here is he safe. The track comes out. A few swipes of that cleaver, and down he goes. Now S4, gotta be careful. Almost getting caught by the tether track, but the relocate will end. Now, Sadoy, he needs to buy that Mithril Hammer. He'll do it immediately. He is gonna fall most likely, but at the cost of EGM's life, he gets caught, pulled into a tether, and brought down. And Sadoy, scratch that, is gonna live.
Great play coming out from the Ancient Apparition. The mech saves him, and then they get the kill on the Nagasaran, who was chasing Alliance suddenly, giving up more and more kills, track kills at that.
They're just getting outplayed by RoX.KiS right now. I mean, I don't... Like, sure, Alliance is making some mistakes this game. RoX.KiS playing really well, and Winter and I were talking about this earlier, Gods. Empire and RoX.KiS have both been really impressive as of late.
I think these top, 8 teams we have in this group especially, like, every team of these 4 is just really scary to go up against. A team like RoX.KiS, they took a game off of Empire. Empire won this group. They were the team who advanced undefeated, and while RoX.KiS dominated them in that game 1, even though they lost the series, they've proven that they can compete with every other team in this group.
And Speed Gaming took down Alliance 2-0 yesterday, so some really interesting storylines
Yeah.
Even if RoX.KiS win this game, it is a best of 3, guys. So no matter what, it doesn't end here. But you got to figure RoX.KiS will feel very emboldened after this game 1 if they go on to win it. And then they'll move into game 2. 1 game away from being in the money. Or sorry, not in the money, but from moving on to phase B gaming. And also from knocking Alliance out. If you told me Alliance even had a chance of being knocked out before like the final stage of this tournament, I would have said no way.
It's been a tournament of underdogs in a number of ways. And then we have Group B where like you've got Na'Vi as your favorites, but EG Liquid, they've all been playing well, and even the Mouse Quantic Flipside team can't really count them out. So all of these top 8 remaining teams are all world class, and it really is becoming an exciting event.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm curious to see especially how some of those North American teams do.
Yes.
I've only seen Liquid play the 1 game against Alliance. I know it was a best of 2. They each took 1 game. Liquid unveiled the Elder Titan Natural Order max by level 8, or by level 7. Oh, sorry, by 8 after the Spirit gets max.
America's been very quiet. And I think lads, it's because they don't play in Star Ladder, which is why people haven't seen the American Dota scene in a big tournament since TI3. So this is really the first showing for the American Dota scene since TI3.
Yeah, it's the first big tournament after TI3 for them, and on the international stage, and we'll see what they can look to do. Solo with the smoke. He's just hanging around bottom lane by himself. He jukes into the trees. S4 did not spot. Oh, God. This is all the makings of an absolute catastrophe for the Alliance. Solo, ready to pounce, just waiting. He jumps in. RP on 2, and here comes the relocate. They catch him out, but they don't actually focus anyone. Now they net up the CK. They did not manage to tether stun S4. Will it cost them? I don't know. They're still all at full HP. Bulldog gets brought down, but now the BKB on Nexus ends, and he will end up going down. They never got S4. The counter initiation turns it around in a huge way. It looked perfect.
They're still chasing, though. There's a blink in from Solo. He wants to get Loda. Loda's got the Aegis, so his BKB on cooldown.
He's got Blink Skewer very soon. Loda's still in trouble, not out of jail yet.
Well, we'll have to see if we can catch up to him. Bounty Hunter's looking for a track as well.
Oh, Solo still looking for a Skewer. Now taking a lot of rocket barrage damage. Driven back. In comes S4 again over the top. He will get the kill. Now he finds 2. Loda really turning the tides here. Sadoy might get picked off as well. They're all falling apart. RoX.KiS, 3 dead. Your Wisp forced to retreat out. Your Chaos Knight, in the end, after the buyback, should live for round 2. Should live.
Prophet's back in 10 seconds, yeah. There's a homing missile. It doesn't look like they're chasing.
Yeah. I think it'll be okay.
Okay, so they're not going to chase. They're going to go for this tier 2 tower, but that's where they have to blow up the puck. When you RP the puck, you're doing so to kill him off. I think he went a bit too early because the Ancient Apparition ultimate got dodged by puck, which is what would have killed him off.
The other issue was they relocated, but they didn't actually walk around him to get a tether stun.
Yeah.
So he ended up immediately phase shifting and then blinking back. And
did the Chaos Knight even stun him? Did you see?
No, I don't think so.
I think he maybe went on Bulldog there with all the Chaos Knight stun.
Yeah, and they didn't separate. Like they relocated just south of them, and the puck and the gyro were like right here, and they ended up just not walking around them on either side.
Puck with 1300 HP should be an easy kill in that RP. Like it's a long enough stun. Combine it with a CK stun, CK right-click damage with an armlet, and like a shockwave plus skewer. That should be more than enough damage. So.
Yeah, even against EGM because they had the double BKB. So even though he songed, it should not have been able to stop that. But just a slight miscue by RoX.KiS has huge consequences. It turns this game from being. It was starting to snowball out of reach for the Alliance a bit, but with that fight going their way, now the game, not back in the reach, but a bit more comfortable. Bulldog immediately caught out, but they do have S4 here. Will it matter, y'all? I don't think so. Chaos Knight going to work, maybe with the mech. Bulldog still alive. He will go down, but there's no way out now for the Chaos Knight. He's got a Reaver. He's got the armlet. He just needs to start hitting people because he is not running from this. It's 5 heroes. They were ready for a relocate.
Yeah.
An Alliance, just when you think that they're maybe starting to lose the game, pulling themselves right back in.
This team's just like brutal with their late game decision making. They'll bait you into making decisions which look like a fantastic idea, like hey, free kill on Bulldog Prophet, that's well worth it. But Alliance just read their opponents so well, know their next move, and this is where late game, like they can be behind by a big gold margin, but they will turn it around with a couple smart decisions like these two.
Did we say triple BKB? Because it is quadruple. There's actually one on the Wisp, which it's been such a crazy game as of late. Didn't even notice that. But that's with a BKB Wisp at 28 minutes. They're actually losing fights right now, and it's just because they're getting caught out and just engaging when they're not all quite in position.
Yeah. And Alliance starting to get some damage up with Nature's Prophet hitting well, I guess not really hitting that hard without the Shadowblade build, but Loda, he's got a lot of gold in his pocket. What's he actually bought here? He's going for a Butterfly, picks up the Talisman of Evasion. deciding having the evasion against the CK is the way to go.
And he's almost got the Eagle Horn as well. So we'll get the Eagle Horn after this wave pretty much, or one more wave, and then he's pretty much got his Butterfly. Quarterstaff, very easy to farm. Doesn't take you long at all. And with a Butterfly against the Chaos Knight, he's just not a good MKB carrier. Generally, you just want to tank up your illusion, so you go for like the heart after the Armlet Treads, and then maybe you go back for something like an MKB. But by the time he farms one, LOTA will have one, maybe two more big items, most likely. And this is where, if you're RoX.KiS, you 4 BKBs, you want to be fighting now, not farming.
Yeah, I like what Bulldog's doing. This is like one of the first for a Bulldog. Like, he's going for pure survivability. 4 staff. You can even go for something like a Ghost Scepter after that. If he can survive these with CK relocate ganks, there's just RoX.KiS suddenly have no one they can really gank apart from like Crystal Maiden, which is not really a kill worth going for.
But Ake, to be honest, it doesn't feel like he's been getting caught a lot. No. He is 1 in 6, so
he's not showing himself ever on the map too much. He's dying in team fights mostly.
Yeah, he's not just like randomly getting caught running through the river by himself.
Yeah,
which is the key thing.
Okay, well, we look towards, I guess, late game here with RoX.KiS starting to build towards their next items. Mag going to be going for a Hex. I mean, Wisp with the BKB, it feels like you're already in late game when you see that kind of an item pick up.
Okay, going for a Hex, or maybe a Linken's, but not going for Refresher Orb.
Yeah.
Very interesting. That was like the go-to mag build, was Blink, BKB, and then straight into Refresher, 95% of the time.
I guess to guarantee kills on heroes
I think it's
like
for the Puck.
Puck, also Gyrocopter, but more so for the Puck. Like he gets an RP, and if they can't kill him during the stun duration, it gives you the extra like 3-second disable. So
yeah, and also just the instant lockdown, which Chaos Knight lobbing his stun in is not, and even a Reality Rift, like if you just phase shift immediately before it goes through, they never get to pull you into the tether.
Yeah, it's got that annoying cast time, and then you can blink out when you come out of the phase shift. But
Sedoya's on the hunt, though, and he's going to walk right by S4, as well as Ake. This could be a relocate opportunity. Goes in Viz, but Ake... Oh, boy.
He's been spotted, and planted the ward there. He's going to immediately TP out. The Puck finds him, though. Sedoy is dead, it looks like.
Dead to right.
Not
no
worth
way out for him.
Yeah,
could have BKB TP'd, but
not worth it.
He didn't think they would find him.
Yeah, but once you'd already started, and there's no point using the BKB once they've cancelled your TP. You're as good as dead.
Could have BKB'd and then TP'd, but didn't do it, and it was too late.
Alright, well, Alliance getting just these cheap little pickoffs and just finding time and space to farm. And this is where we talked about RoX.KiS earlier on in the draft. They do not have a true real late game carry. I guess Chaos Knight the closest thing to one, and with the farm he is pretty scary when he's got the Phantasm, but without Phantasm, he's not really going to be able to take on someone like LOTA, mano.
And Chaos Knight just doesn't match up well against mass AoE lineups late game.
Yeah.
Because your illusions don't get BKB. So even if your hero is at full HP with BKB and goes to work for the duration of it, which it's also down to 7 seconds. It's not a 10-second BKB any longer. But the illusions still are going to die to Flat Cannon. They're going to die to all the AoE that Alliance brings to bear. And without his illusions, Chaos Knight is not that fearsome. With them, potentially he can scale really hard into late game, but without them, not so much.
Alright, Roshan respawns. Alliance are already there waiting for it with a double tree spawned, as well as all their team ready to take this. And RoX.KiS not in position to contest it.
They are giving this up for free. They're just going to farm their own Ancients. They'll secure the heart for Nexus soon, but this is... Oh, sorry, he's already got it. And this is still very expensive, though. Giving up an Aegis... The first Aegis earlier, that did not matter much, but this one matters a whole lot. Saul gets deployed. Looks like they wanted to go in with Sedoy, perhaps, but not going to be able to solo. He gets caught out. He pops his BKB. He tries to run, but cancels the RP. He just never had a shot at this fight, and he will drop. Now S4 marching forward, looking for more.
He blinked in blind, knowing they were roshing, but
just hoping maybe to skewer RP into the pit.
Yeah. And Puck now on the chase. He's got a Dream Core, but doesn't have the vision of the Invis Bounty Hunter there. And it looks like Alliance. Butterfly completed on LOTA. Aegis as well. With Mag dead, he has got RP when he's back, but they may just go straight down the middle lane. At least get a tier 2 tower, maybe even pressure the tier 3.
Yeah, at least force out a buyback or try to. S4 coming in now. The Scythe about to cool down for him. Oh, sorry, just used it and ends up getting the kill on Yol. Back to the fountain.
CZ, 60 HP. He barely survives this one, and Alliance is still good and healthy here. They've got the mech in a couple seconds. Earn charges as well. Healing everyone up. EGM's with a ton of earn charges, and this is a tier 3 tower, possibly Raxus. There's 20 seconds on Mag. They cannot fight without Magnet.
Yeah, they really need RP, and even when he respawns, the BKB only just cooling down. Alliance are going to get Rax and get the hell out, and now the profit factor comes into play. Bottom lane's also pushing if they really want to force the issue, and they do still have Aegis, but I feel... Oh, no, they're going for it. S4 jumping in. There's your coil onto Nexus. I don't know if they can focus him, though. This could be a blunder to fully commit. The tracks are now coming out. There's already 2 crucial heroes tracked. And as a result, they are making what I feel is the wise choice, backing out and not trying to force this fight.
Well, the chase is on, though. RoX.KiS want to keep up with them. 5 seconds
skewer.
on the whiz.
Blink RP. He's going to catch 3. He does it again. Solo does. Nexus now going to work with his illusions, but LOTA flacking them all down. No flack on cooldown currently. The illusions not really focusing anything. Now there's a net on Nexus. He's forced to TP out. He will end up escaping. The Wisp, not so lucky for y'all, relocated in. And now back to the well, but the wrong way. Not the way you want to go down. LOTA lived through it all. The butterfly makes the difference. Now there's no Phantasm, there's no Wisp again, there's no RP, and Bounty Hunter's on the sidelines, which means, I would say, 4 heroes basically not doing anything here.
LOTA's got that second life as well with the Aegis. He's being healed up anyways by the Urn charges from EGM, so they're going to get a second set of Raxes, and Alliance, at one point down by 8k gold, have turned this game around.
Yeah, Alliance finally showing some backbone here and standing up to RoX.KiS. Game 1, it looked like it would be RoX.KiS, but it was not. They'll blink skewer 3 in, but there's no RP. There's no follow-up. Armlet toggle, not enough, and RoX.KiS, they keep on bleeding. At this point, what was once a 10k gold lead, an 8k gold lead, is now an 8k gold deficit. And it's a 2 lanes of Rax deficit against a Prophet, against a very fat Gyro up to 5k gold. Virtually satanic complete for LOTA. Alliance, they have not left the base. It's been like one big consistently won fight for 20 minutes. Alliance, 15, 20 minutes or so. They've just been turning this game around ever since.
It just looks, the way they do it's just so magical. Like, they can just lose a couple bad team fights to an RP, but then they just bait their opponents into, like, really bad fights and just somehow turn around the game, which any other team, I feel, would have really struggled in and been completely knocked out of. But Alliance is so poised and just such great late-game decision-making.
Yeah, absolutely. It's also RoX.KiS just taking some bad fights. We have to admit they didn't play their best in the mid game there, but Alliance forced some of those bad decisions, especially that relocate onto Bulldog, but some of the other fights they took were just downright unfortunate, and especially that fight bottom. Like, this to me was where the game turned.
Yes.
Solo, with that RP setup, maybe it was a second too early, but I also feel CK Wisp just, if they relocated right on top of the Puck Gyro instead of south of them, would have gotten those kills, and I think the game would have developed a lot differently. Yeah,
because when it was RoX.KiS pulling ahead, every single RP they were killing the Puck, or every fight that RoX.KiS was winning, Puck didn't cast a spell. As soon as S4 doesn't get shut down in a fight like that big bottom fight, Alliance suddenly like, oh great, we win the fight. S4 is just works wonders on this hero, and that's really where RoX.KiS went wrong in those recent team fights.
Yeah, absolutely. Now you've got a Satanic on LOTA. And now up to 1,500 gold. He's not too far off of an MKB after this. And they're walking right down mid. They're going to walk right into Alliance, potentially. There's a Heaven's Halberd even, and a Gem even up on EGM. Now he's getting his farm on that support Naga. Didn't have it for most of the game. And they could look to dive mid. They are just in dire straits here. And Bulldog, if he needs to, can turn to Rat DOTA. Sure, your Chaos Knight is critting for 1,200 damage. That's amazing. But
some RNG crits, that 10% crit chance, maybe what RoX.KiS have to bank on to win a fight.
Yeah, they'll need like 3 or 4 of those easily to win a fight. And they'll need some big chains. So they go on a Bulldog here, but it's not on LOTA. Now, the Song of the Siren gets popped, sleeping everybody else. The RP, BKB comes in. He pile drives them back, but I don't know if the follow-up's there. LOTA still standing strong at full HP, and he's just cleaning up. Godlike. GG. Well played indeed. The Alliance, somehow, some way, they bail themselves out in game 1, and they look like they're looking a lot stronger than when this game started.
That was a nice game. That last fight there, like the CK goes in with his BKB, then the sleep comes, but by the time the Mag goes in with his RP, the CK's BKB is worn off, and he slept, so he's actually not doing any damage on top of that RP, and, well, even before that, it was just RoX.KiS had just started slipping, their lead had completely slipped away, and Alliance were in total control, 4 axes ahead. Great comeback play coming out from the Alliance.
Yeah, absolutely. That was just, I felt like it was just one bad fight.
Yes.
Game turns around.
Yeah, that's like you say, the fight at bottom lane, like the Wisp CK getting baited in Bulldog doesn't really turn the game around, but that bottom team fight, you can't afford to have that.
And Solo played well. Every RP was on point. He
played amazing.
Yeah,
like,
he did well against S4 mid on Puck.
I got to say, that Mag play from Solo was incredible, but it wasn't enough, and I think like RoX.KiS didn't really have much room for error with their draft. They didn't have a true late game carry. The Bounty Hunter was just all about snowballing, getting the track kills there. I feel like if they have like a Nature's Prophet themselves, they have like another semi-carry to the late game, so I don't know.
There you have it, guys. Game 1, in the end, somehow, some way, it is the Alliance. Stay tuned. We'll be coming right back with game number 2.